India, a peaceful nation? Not so fast. When you think of India, you might picture yoga, Bollywood, and delicious curry. And yeah, India's got all that in spades. The vibrant culture, the rich history, the mouth-watering cuisine, it's all part of the package. But there's so much more to this incredible nation than meets the eye. But there's another side to India, one that often gets overlooked, its military history. You see, India isn't just about peace and spirituality, it's also a country with a robust and formidable military presence. See, India has been in more than a few scraps since it gained independence in 1947. The journey to becoming a sovereign nation wasn't easy, and maintaining that sovereignty has been equally challenging. We're talking full-on wars, not just minor squabbles. These were intense, large-scale conflicts that required immense bravery and strategic prowess. And these weren't some small-time operations either. We're talking about major military engagements that have had significant impacts on the region and the world. These were conflicts with major players like Pakistan and China. The stakes were high and the outcomes were crucial for the nation's future. Now you might be thinking, hold up, India, a country known for its peace-loving ways, a nation built on Gandhi's principles of non-violence. How does that fit into this narrative of military might? And you wouldn't be wrong. Gandhi's philosophy of non-violence and peaceful resistance is a cornerstone of India's identity. His teachings have inspired millions and continue to be a guiding light for many. But here's the thing, peace doesn't mean pacifism. While India cherishes peace, it also understands the importance of being prepared to defend that peace. India, like any other nation, has the right to defend itself, and it has done so with determination and strength, ensuring the safety and security of its people. And defend itself it has time and time again. From the mountains of Kashmir to the deserts of Rajasthan, Indian soldiers have stood their ground, showcasing unparalleled bravery and resilience. So buckle up, folks, because we're about to dive deep into the wars that shaped modern India. We'll explore the strategies, the battles, and the heroes who have played pivotal roles in these conflicts. This journey will give you a new perspective on India, one that goes beyond the stereotypes and delves into the heart of its strength and resilience. We'll also pay tribute to the countless soldiers who have laid down their lives in the line of duty. Their sacrifices have ensured that India remains a free and sovereign nation, and let's not forget the rigorous training and preparation that goes into maintaining such a formidable force. The Indian military is not just about numbers, it's about discipline, strategy, and an unwavering commitment to the nation. We'll also take a look at the technological advancements and innovations that have bolstered India's defense capabilities. From cutting-edge weaponry to state-of-the-art defense systems, India is continually evolving to meet new challenges. And it's not just about internal strength. India has also forged important alliances and participated in international defense collaborations, ensuring a global presence and a network of support. Beyond warfare, the Indian military has also played a crucial role in peacekeeping and humanitarian efforts around the world. From UN missions to disaster relief operations, Indian soldiers have shown that their commitment to peace extends far beyond their borders. So as we embark on this journey, remember that India's story is one of balance between peace and strength, between tradition and modernity. It's a story of a nation that values peace but is always ready to defend it. Stay tuned, because the story of India's military history is as compelling as it is inspiring. Let's dive in and discover the incredible journey of a nation that stands tall both in peace and in defense. Alright, so why should you, dear American viewers, care about a bunch of wars that happened halfway across the world? It's a fair question, and the answer might surprise you. Well, for starters, India is kind of a big deal. It's not just another country, it's a major player on the global stage. It's the world's largest democracy, with over 1.3 billion people. That's a staggering number, and it means that India's political and social dynamics have a ripple effect across the globe. That's like the entire population of the US, plus another US just hanging out. Imagine the scale of influence and the potential for change that comes with such a massive population.
Second, India's got nukes. Yep, the real deal. This isn't just about having a large population, it's about having significant military capabilities, and a whole lot of them. India's nuclear arsenal is a critical factor in global security dynamics. So yeah, it's important to know what makes this nuclear-armed giant tick. Understanding India's military strategies and capabilities can provide insights into global security issues.
Third, India's economy is booming. It's not just growing, it's transforming at an unprecedented rate. It's already one of the world's top economies, and it's only getting bigger. The economic growth in India is reshaping global markets and trade routes. What happens in India affects the global economy, and that includes your wallet. From tech innovations to manufacturing, India's economic activities have a direct impact on global supply chains and consumer prices.
And finally, India's strategic location makes it a key player in Asia, a region that's becoming more and more important on the world stage. Its geographical position places it at the crossroads of major trade routes and political alliances. This region is not just about economic growth, it's about strategic influence. India's role in Asia affects everything from regional security to global trade policies. So, understanding India's past conflicts can help us understand its present policies and its future role in the world. The history of India's wars provides context for its current geopolitical strategies and its interactions with neighboring countries. Moreover, India's rich cultural heritage and technological advancements make it a fascinating country to watch. Its influence extends beyond politics and economics to culture and innovation. So whether it's through cultural exchanges, economic partnerships, or strategic alliances, what happens in India matters to Americans. It's a relationship that continues to grow and evolve, impacting both nations in profound ways. In conclusion, caring about India's wars and its overall trajectory isn't just about being globally aware. It's about understanding the interconnected world we live in. The ties between India and the US are deep and multifaceted, making it essential for Americans to stay informed about this influential nation.
Let's rewind to 1947. India gains independence from British rule, but the celebrations are cut short. The Indian subcontinent is partitioned into two countries, India and Pakistan. The problem? The region of Kashmir, with its stunning Himalayan mountains and a majority Muslim population, becomes a bone of contention.
Both India and Pakistan claim Kashmir, and things escalate quickly. The First Indo-Pakistani War breaks out, a bloody conflict that ends in a stalemate, but the damage is done. Kashmir is divided, and the seeds of future conflict are sown. This war is crucial because it sets the stage for a decades-long rivalry between India and Pakistan. It also highlights the complexities of religious and ethnic tensions in the region.
Section 4, 1962, The Dragon Awakens, India's clash with China. This year marks a pivotal moment in the history of both nations, a year that would forever alter their trajectories. Fast forward to 1962. The world is watching as tensions between India and China escalate, leading to a conflict that would leave an indelible mark on both countries. India and China, two ancient civilizations and emerging powers, find themselves at a crossroads. Their shared history and cultural exchanges are overshadowed by a growing rivalry and territorial ambitions. They go head-to-head in a border dispute that has been simmering for years. Diplomatic efforts to resolve the issue have failed, and now the situation is on the brink of war.
The conflict, fought in the treacherous Himalayas, presents a unique set of challenges. The harsh weather and difficult terrain make it a grueling battle for both sides. It is a wake-up call for India. The government scrambles to respond, holding emergency meetings and trying to manage the crisis as best as they can. China's military proves to be a formidable force, well-prepared and highly disciplined. Their strategies and tactics catch the Indian forces off guard. The result is a decisive defeat for India. The Indian soldiers, despite their bravery, are forced to retreat, leaving behind a trail of devastation and loss.
The war has a profound impact on India's psyche. The news of the defeat spreads quickly, leading to a wave of shock and sorrow among the Indian populace. It exposes significant weaknesses in India's military capabilities. The outdated equipment and lack of preparedness become painfully evident. This realization leads to a major military buildup. India embarks on a path of modernization, investing in new equipment and ramping up recruitment drives to strengthen its armed forces.
The defeat also shapes India's foreign policy. Realizing the need for strong allies, India seeks closer ties with the Soviet Union, hoping to counterbalance China's growing influence. The Cold War era provides a backdrop for this new alliance. The Soviet Union, eager to expand its influence in Asia, welcomes India's overtures, leading to increased military cooperation and diplomatic support. The 1962 war remains a sensitive issue in India. It is a painful reminder of the past, but also a lesson in the importance of preparedness and strategic planning.
It underscores the importance of a strong military. The lessons learned from the war drive India to ensure that its armed forces are never caught off guard again. The need for strategic alliances becomes clear. India begins to engage more actively in international diplomacy, seeking to build partnerships that can provide support in times of need. The ongoing territorial disputes continue to strain India-China relations. Despite efforts at diplomacy, the border remains a flashpoint, with both sides maintaining a heavy military presence. Today, the legacy of the 1962 war is still felt. The border is heavily monitored, and both nations remain vigilant, aware that the lessons of the past must guide their actions in the present and future. As India and China navigate their complex relationship, the shadow of 1962 looms large. The need for dialogue and cooperation is more critical than ever, as both nations strive for stability and peace in the region. The future of India-China relations will be shaped by their ability to manage their differences and find common ground. The world watches closely, knowing that the actions of these two giants will have far-reaching implications for global peace and prosperity. Section 5, 1971, A War for Freedom, the Birth of Bangladesh. In 1971, a humanitarian crisis unfolds in East Pakistan, now known as Bangladesh. A brutal crackdown by the Pakistani army on Bengali civilians sparks a mass exodus of refugees into India.
India, already burdened by the influx of refugees, decides to intervene militarily. The 1971 war is a watershed moment for India.
It showcases India's military prowess as it decisively defeats Pakistan in just 13 days. The war also leads to the creation of a new nation, Bangladesh.
India's role in liberating Bangladesh earns it immense goodwill in the region. The 1971 war solidifies India's position as a major power in South Asia.
It also demonstrates India's willingness to use military force to achieve its strategic objectives and to uphold its humanitarian principles.